Welcome to Connected Media Live at NAB. I'm Bridget Nzeku, and joining me is John Mills, CEO of Vision 24/7. Thank you very much for talking to us,
Thanks
John.
for having me.
So more and more content is moving over IP rather than traditional satellite cable kind of distribution. How does your business fit in with that migration?
Well, our key product that we are demonstrating here at NAB is called Perception. Perception really is, in the jargon, an IPTV middleware solution combined with a video server solution. So we have a complete package to enable telcos who are offering triple play or quad play services to aggregate hundreds of channels, lots of video on demand content, and then to deliver those to their subscribers either over private multicast networks or, as the trend nowadays is, over the top to iOS devices, Android devices and so forth.
We're at Connected Media Live. It's a growing part of this industry. These technologies are critical to the survival of many of these companies. Where do you see the market going? What do you think the key trends are?
I think, if you look at pay TV households in the world today, just over 1 billion, I think 1.1 billion. About 6% of households today get their primary television service via IP. So it's still quite a small part of the overall TV ecosystem, but it's predicted, I think, to be the fastest growing part. So at the moment, it's about 120 million households worldwide getting it via IPTV. Most of the predictions we're looking at suggest that by 2018, 2019, that number will be nudging 200 million homes worldwide. So considerable amount of growth in the number of households getting their main television service via IP as opposed to perhaps getting it through satellite or cable or terrestrial networks. So I think that's one trend that is pretty clear. Of course, the other trend is the huge explosion in OTT or over-the-top delivery of content. Either standalone services like Netflix and the hundreds of other versions of that exist, or indeed hybrid services where traditional satellite DTH providers are offering their subscribers the opportunity to watch TV on a place-shifted basis, watch it lying in bed on their iPad or in the airport lounge or wherever. So I think they're the two big trends that we see.
You've mentioned to us your product Perception that you're marketing heavily. How flexible are the solutions you're offering for the different kinds of customers you're serving?
They're very flexible. One of the great advantages we believe of Perception is that it's a pre-integrated solution. Normally, in an IPTV solution, there are maybe 6 or 7 key building blocks that are often procured from separate vendors. Perception is a real sort of system in a box. So we deal with everything from taking the channels in at this side, organising those channels, delivering them and displaying them on set-top boxes or OTT devices. So that makes it fast to deploy and removes a lot of the executional and integration risk which often exists. And I think particularly for smaller telcos, or smaller operators, this is a real advantage. Your AT&Ts or your BTs in Britain have got thousands of engineers and typically like to do things themselves. There are many more operators who perhaps have a network and need to sweat it and are looking for fast solutions that they can get moving quickly, and I think that's our sweet spot with it.
We've talked a bit about how much opportunity there is, how much potential in this market. Which territories do you think are the best in terms of opportunities for companies like yourself and your competitors?
Our analysis is, if you look today, North America, Western Europe are very comparatively well served by IPTV. There have been, quite a lot of major tier 1 deployments, and there's a huge kind of incumbency factor. Once an operator has selected a middleware, it's quite hard to deselect and move because of all of the legacy and customer change issues that brings. So we, as a comparatively new entrant, we're looking really at where the new growth is happening.
And where are you identifying?
We see that very much as Asia Pacific, South America, and the MENA region, Middle East, North Africa. that's where there are a lot of new deployments happening, and certainly the sales pipeline we have is quite heavily weighted to those regions. I mean, we got opportunities in the UK, in Western Europe and the States, but the majority are in those territories.
And are you seeing that reflected at NAB show? How is it manifesting itself?
I'm quite surprised, in honesty. I mean, of the meetings we've had here, obviously we had a lot of pre-arranged meetings, but the kind of walk-by traffic is interesting. We've had very few North American opportunities come on the stand, but lots of international opportunities, which is a little bit surprising to us. So come on, North America.
Thank you very much for talking to us.
My pleasure. Thank you.